Understanding the Gradebook. To access the Gradebook, click on the course icon to enter the course page. Here, click on Download Gradebook to receive a spreadsheet file. The multiple tabs, as seen here, are used to organize grades per activity, and the first tab being the overall grade in the course. We'll begin with the grades per activity. Here, you can see the student's full name, student ID, and student email. At first glance, you can identify the students who passed or failed an activity, as well as those who did not submit a creation. Grades provided for the activity are broken into three categories: the creation score, critic score, and participation score. To determine the creation score, it will depend on the number of criteria set in the rubric as well as the number of levels. For example, an assignment had 5 criteria where students could evaluate from level 1 all the way to level 4. In this case, to receive 100% on the assignment, a student would need to receive 4 stars for each criteria, which totals 20 stars. To translate this to the creation score, each star would then be worth 5%. For example, one peer evaluator provided a total of 15 stars on this creation, giving them a score of 75%. However, the overall creation score is a weighted average of all of its peer evaluations, where the given creation score is weighted by the grading score of their peer evaluators. Therefore, students with a higher grading score will impact the weighted average of the creation score. Moving on, the participation score per activity is the cumulative total of peer evaluations and feedback on feedback completed over the total tasks assigned. For example, a peer evaluation would include evaluating and providing feedback on another student's creation during the evaluation stage. Rather, for feedback on feedback, the student can evaluate the feedback received on their own creation. Lastly, the critic score change refers to the points received from their grading skills and feedback skills. Grading points can increase or decrease depending on how close or far the student evaluated a peer's creation compared to the final score they achieved. Additionally, points allocated for feedback skills can increase or decrease based on how motivational or helpful the peers consider a student's evaluation comment about their creation. For every activity, students have the opportunity to gain or lose up to 1,500 points, depending on how well they evaluated their peers. To understand more about how Critic Score works, refer to the video How Critic Score Works in the Critic 101 tab. Most importantly, we have the Overall tab, where you can identify a student's current grade in the course, taking into account the grading scheme you have set in your course setting. Mind you, the current grade is calculated from finalized activities only.